And I've done a Christmas song and getting ready to release it for Christmas.
Okay. Sorry. We'll get a blanket instead. Hey, that's too loud. Oh man, is it too loud?
Just we can deal with it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, because if I take it away from a toddler, especially her, she'll scream probably.
Yeah, no, it's the last thing we want, literally.
Yeah, that's even worse than the paper.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not up for any child abuse, believe me. And they know how to abuse me well. They really do.
It's very personal.
Yeah, absolutely. So we were talking about, of course, Faster Now when we had a few problems, so we got through that. Now, just vicariously, you mentioned about loving to come down to New Zealand. Well, we would love to have you here in New Zealand. Of course, keeping an account right now, it is quite a surreal time with this COVID-19 going on.
You're going to have to stop that, please. Can you go up there and do it, please? Can you bring it out there? It's too loud. Yes.
Isn't she cute? She's gorgeous.
My producer says,
Yes,
my producer.
exactly. I so miss traveling, and I hope that this is all over soon because my family and I would love to make a trip to New Zealand one day.
Yeah, absolutely. We would love to have you down here as well. And believe me, I was thinking about 5 shows in front of Kiwi audiences. Maybe we'll do a half a dozen in Australia as well, but, you know, only because we like their money, right?
I am not in this for the money. I mean, I could probably think of a million different career paths that would make way more money than I'm making.
Well, believe me, I'm not in it for the money either, and quite simply, neither is my employers. They don't employ me for money. They think I'm swearing.
Daddy's home.
Daddy's home. Obviously, yeah.
And we won't be bothered as much.
Okay, fair enough. Now, at the same time, Shantelle, talking about coming down here to New Zealand, we're kind of crazy down here, my friend. We really, really are. If you would entertain the idea of coming to New Zealand, are you up for a few challenges?
Absolutely, I love challenges.
I love this. I really, really do. Shantelle, have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
No.
Okay, well, you're familiar with a caterpillar, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, this is like a caterpillar on steroids. It's, well, like a double-decker bus to a mini, right?
Okay.
It's big, it's white, it's got a black head. And what you do is rip off the head for a start. Don't eat the head, but put the live body in your mouth. And when you crunch down on this, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
Okay, because I really love peanut butter, but that doesn't sound too good.
Well, don't worry, we'll send you the instructional videos just to make sure that, yeah, we will actually. But it is a traditional thing that the indigenous folks of New Zealand here, the Maori, actually still use as a delicacy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you got to wonder about the mentality of a guy handing you a bowl of these white wiggly things and expecting you to eat one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is actually quite a tradition here in New Zealand. For us, here at, well, for Aurora Entertainments, Barbara is the manager of Aurora Entertainments, and, well, yeah, it's just something that they do when they bring artists into the country, I've got to be honest with you. But, as I was saying to you, we're made up of 3 islands, Stewart Island, South Island, and then the North Island, where we are. Now, down the west coast of the South Island, a little place called Hokitika down there, and they have a wild foods festival. Now, festivals, you're used to kids wandering around with candy floss, hot dogs on a stick, stuff like that, right?
Okay.
Yeah, not there. You might be more inclined to see a kid wandering around with a deep fried locust on a stick rather than a hot dog.
I see.
Yeah, they deep fry stuff down there that really shouldn't be deep fried, to be honest, but you know, it's a lot of fun.
Well, I would be up for trying.
Okay, I like that. Believe me, alcohol. We'll include a bit of alcohol just to be sure of it. What do you reckon?
Well, I drink a little bit. A little bit.
Yeah, no, you're coming to New Zealand, my friend.
So sorry.
That's okay. No, you're coming to New Zealand. Believe me, you're going to be drinking a little bit more by the time you leave here, for sure. Even if we let you leave here, you never know. We might keep you.
Sounds like a fun time.
Have you ever heard of Queenstown?
I have heard of Queenstown.
Okay, well, Queenstown is a little boutique town come city, wanting to be a city. Believe me, scary as hell to fly into. It really is. It's surrounded by hills and everything, and, well, it's turmoil when it comes in there. That weather turbulence is just crazy. It really is. But you never know who you might bump into down there. It's the kind of place where all the A-listers from around the world go to get away from everybody, get away from their friends and take their mates. You know what I mean?
Oh, cool.
Now, Shania Twain owns property down there. Kevin Costner, Keanu Reeves, Tom Cruise, they all kind of hang out down there from time to time. As I said, you never know who you might bump into. But Shantelle, you don't want to bump into me.
I wouldn't want to bump into you. Why?
Well, I'll throw you off a bridge. Yeah, down there, there's a little thing that we have down there called bungee jumping.
Oh, I see. Okay, I was a little concerned there.
Yeah, no, believe me, you'll be fine. You really, really will. You're not Australian. We'll attach the bungee.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm up for a challenge, but bungee jumping is something I will not do.
Yeah, won't do that. Well, how about jumping out of a perfectly good airplane? I don't mind throwing you out of one of them as well.
I have that on my bucket list, and now that I'm a mother, I am kind of contemplating whether or not that's a good idea.
Oh my goodness, come on. Believe me, you're coming to New Zealand. You need to be prepared for this. You really, really are. I've been a parachutist. I've been doing that for about 35 years now. And, well, I'd be more than honoured to do a tandem with you. If you would ever want to put that back on your bucket list, believe me, I'd be more than honoured to jump out of a plane with you.
Oh my goodness. Well, we just met, so I'll have to think about that one.
No, there's nothing to think about. Believe me, if we just met, it's even the best reason to do it. It really is.
Well, I'm sure you've had a lot of adventures.
I had one or two shots at it, yes, over 35 years. I think I've done it once or twice now. But are you familiar with The Lord of the Rings?
Sorry, The Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Actually, that was the first date I ever went on, was to go watch Lord of the Rings.
Well, I'll tell you what, about an hour and a half's drive from where we are right here is the original set of Hobbiton. And we'll take you and show you around there, you know, the hobbit holes, the party trees, all that sort of thing. Believe me, it's a lot of fun. It really, really is. And, well, you never know, we might actually get Sir Peter to be able to front up as well. I actually went to university with him.
Peter?
Yeah, Sir Peter Jackson.
Oh,
He was the guy that did the movie.
Well, tell him it was an amazing job.
Yeah, not forgetting, of course, it was off J.R. Tolkien's books, if you know what I mean. But yeah, him and Weta Workshop, they did fantastic on that movie. It really is. And the original set is right, you know, only about an hour away, hour and a half away. And, well, you'll be able to get in, and Barbara will be able to get in. You see, the security know me. They do, actually. Now, do you like shopping?
I love shopping, and I'm not a huge online shopper, but I love shopping.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, you and Barbara will get on really, really well. She's an Olympic shopper.
I didn't know that was a thing. Cool.
Believe me, it is around here. And she is so good at it, really, really. And she knows where to go. You know what I mean? It's handy to have somebody that if you got a problem and you don't know what you want to wear and where you want to go shopping, Barbara is an encyclopedia of that. She really is. Now, you mentioned you like a bit of wine.
Yes.
We would love to show you around some of New Zealand's finest wineries, and believe me, we can hold our head up in the world market as well. We have Marlborough wines and stuff like that. I suggest if you ever get to a winery store, ask for some New Zealand Marlborough wine.
Marlborough?
Marlborough.
Marlborough wine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to write that down. Marlborough. Yes, I've had wines from New Zealand before. I couldn't tell you the names, but they're very good.
Well, I tell you what, we have, quite a good reputation in the wine industry, if you know what I mean. And we would love to be able to show you through some of the wineries, maybe down Marlborough, down Nelson Way and everything like that, maybe even up around Gisborne area, and just, trip up and down the country and have a few wines and everything as well, and, time in between your shopping breaks. How's that?
That sounds amazing.
Absolutely. Brilliant.
It sounds like a beautiful place.
It is. Now, at the same time, let's get back to something a little more exhilarating. Have you ever heard of a Zor?
No.
Okay, we'll send you videos of this too. It's a big, round, clear ball. And what we do, plenty of alcohol beforehand. Of course, we're going to do the winery, so why not? And put you in this ball and roll you down a hill.
Oh, interesting.
It really is. We'll put some runners in front of you, and now it's like a fast-moving Skittles, if you know what I mean. It's a lot of fun. And why I suggest a lot of alcohol is, well, when you run over their faces, the looks are priceless. I'm yet to find somebody talented enough to be able to capture a photo of one as they do it, though.
Yeah, that sounds like it would be hard.
It's a challenge. It is. It's always a challenge. Take your phone with you. But make sure it's waterproof because there is a bit of moisture in there. And I'm sure by the time you get out, there might be a little extra. You never know. You never know. With me, there certainly will be. I as soon as I get alcohol and then start tuning around, it does make the stomach a little queasy. I've got to be honest with you, but it's a lot of fun. And then we'll take you up on the gondolas and go to the restaurants, stuff like that, down in Rotorua, which is about an hour away from where we are, a traditional Maori tourist city, and you will love it. You really, really will. I presume you'd be familiar with Yellowstone National Park in the United States?
Yes.
Yeah, with the geysers, the bubbly muds and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's about an hour away from where we are. And it is fantastic. It's a real fun place to be. It really is. And it's educational. So we'll take you there. Then we'll take you to the biggest city in New Zealand called Auckland and take you out on the Hauraki Gulf, have a meal, take in the ambience at night time. It is fantastic. It really is. At the same time, we'll get some work done, play some shows. What do you reckon?
That sounds like a great, adventurous, exciting experience.
It's fun. As long as you can put up with me, you'll be fine, literally. And I'm sure your husband will have a lot of fun too. Having said that, does your husband or yourself, do you like fishing?
Yes, we love fishing. We are from Ontario, the both of us, so we do a lot of lake fishing, trout, walleye, bass.
Okay,
Yeah.
What about something a little bigger? How about marlin?
That is actually on our bucket list to go deep fishing.
Well, I tell you what, when you're here, we'll jack it up for you to go out to the Three Kings, places like that where you can get some really big game fish, and we'll do it with the Prime Minister's husband. What do you reckon?
Oh man, that sounds cool. I bet they're a lot of fun.
Gayford is a great guy. He really, really is. And he is literally one of these guys that charters his boat out to go big game fishing. He is a lot of fun to do it with, and vicariously, well, his wife runs the country.
Oh, I get you. Okay, well, I'm a little bit unclear now, but...
Yeah, Jacinda Ardern is actually our Prime Minister, and, well, Gayford, he's married to her. It's not the other way around, by the way.
I'm not following.
Okay, yeah, no, believe me. you'll get it when you get here, but we'll jack it up.
There's a lot I have to learn. I should start reading.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Believe me, you'll absolutely love it, especially down the Marlborough Sound, places like that. You will have a lot of fun here in New Zealand. Now, at the same time, let me do this.
107
Apparently I talk a lot. I'm sorry, Shantelle. Apparently I talk a lot. I'm being scolded by my team right now saying we should be moving on. And, well, you know, okay, if that's the case, then it'll be gone, wouldn't it? So, Shantelle, tell me about Gone.
Gone is one of those sassy, spicy songs about a breakup and a strong woman that just makes the decision to leave a man that isn't up to par, we should say, for her liking. So it's just one of those empowering songs, you know, don't settle for less, and, you know, you can be happy on your own, just get the heck out of there.
You know, I endorse that, I really do. So right here at Galaxy 107 FM, Shantelle Davidson joins us live with Gone. How you feeling, sweetie? You alright?
Yeah, this is a lot of fun.
Nice. Yeah, I told you it's not going to be like any other radio show you've ever done.
No, this is new. This is cool.
Nice. And believe me, maybe just the other day I was actually awarded by the New Zealand Radio Association the title of being the modern godfather of New Zealand radio.
Wow, that's an honor.
No, it's just their way of saying I'm old.
Well, you know what? I don't think you're old. It's a state of mind, right?
Well, I'm only 21. It's just the outside that looks this way.
I feel 21 too.
Exactly. Well, you know, don't get into radio. It does this to you.
It seems like it'd be a fun job.
It can be. It really is a fun job. I've got some great people that work with me. And believe me, if it wasn't for the people around me, this radio station wouldn't work as well as it does. And you know, each and every one, not only important, but professionals at what they do. So happy about that.
That's the key, yes. It's all about the people.
Exactly. It is. And, well, you know, it's about people like yourself as well, because if we didn't have artists like yours, damn, I wouldn't have a job.
Yes, we all support each other.
Well, you know something? I'm hoping like hell that you keep this going, you keep this rolling, because believe me, you got some absolutely class work. You really do. And we love it. Just quietly, I would like to ask you, when you release new music, will you come back again?
Will I come back for an interview?
Yeah. Are you that sadistic?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, the staff are thinking, oh my God, you want to do it again?
That's what she was saying in your ear?
Yeah, well, no, she was actually mouthing it to me at the time because I haven't got my headphones on. She's just there. Hold on, let's go back to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 2 away from 12 o'clock. It is 16 degrees. Temperatures falling a little bit. It's been up as high as 20 degrees this morning, so happy about that. Thursday, September the 10th, and joined live by Shantelle Davidson, coming out of course, Fort McMurray. Is it a real fort?
A report?
Is there a real fort at Fort McMurray?
Oh, actually, there is not. It's, you know, I was born in a town called Fort Francis, and I remember as a kid always thinking that there was going to be a fort somewhere, but I still haven't found it.
Yeah, exactly. That's weird, don't you think? Let's name it a fort and it ain't a fort.
I know. I think it has something to do with being up north, so far up north, maybe?
Maybe. They
Yeah.
couldn't ride their horses far enough, so we'd just call it a fort.
It could be. I'll have to read up on that too.
Yeah, very, very interesting, literally. Now, at the same time, Shantelle, I want to talk to you about Searchlight Regional Finalist. You were a Searchlight Regional Finalist. Now, you've been doing, and let's be honest, you've been singing now. For some time, you had started off in the church and worked your way through, and you've done a number of these finalists and concert kind of things. Have you done The Voice yet?
No, and I think I'm scared because I lived in the States for 2 years, and it was pretty easy for me to be on a student visa, but when it ever came to a working visa, that was a very tough process. And I'm Canadian through and through. I grew up on a border town, but Mom and Dad had me in Canada, so it's very hard for me to do contests in the States.
Right, because the reason I was going to say that is actually a friend of mine who was a finalist on The Voice is now training people to be prepared and what to expect while being a part of that, if you know what I mean. And I'd love to be able to introduce you to him at the same time. Fantastic photographers. This guy is just absolutely talented in so many different ways. It's not funny. But if you're ever considering doing it, please get in touch with us. We'll put you in touch with Manny Cabot, and you will absolutely bloom all the way through that particular contest. He is a gem to have in your back pocket.
Oh, that is so great to hear, because it's always nice to meet people that have that experience. And are you talking about The Voice in New Zealand or The Voice in the States?
The Voice in the States. Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if there was a different voice show in New Zealand.
No, ours is laryngitis. Well, it does. We don't have one. The closest we have is actually Australia, and well, we don't listen.
Yeah, got you. Yes, I have thought about that. I actually auditioned for Canadian Idol when Canadian Idol was a show. Unfortunately, Canadian Idol is no longer, but I was a part of Nashville Star in Hollywood, California, and made it through to, I think it was round 6, but never made it on national TV. I think I was in the commercial on NBC, but that's about it.
Okay. At the same time, are you familiar with Chilliwack?
No.
You're not familiar with Chilliwack. Actually, we're going to be on Chilliwack TV down there.
Chilliwack Beach in British Columbia.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I am familiar with Chilliwack.
Okay, well, we're actually going to be on Chilliwack TV. Now, we've been on a number of TV stations around the world, actually, including Nashville TV, Late Night TV in Jacksonville, Florida. We've been in England. We're everywhere there is to be a TV station. They seem to want to chase us for some reason and get us interviews from us, which is weird, because I interview people. I don't get interviewed. It's really surreal having somebody ask me the questions. And we're going to be on Chilliwack TV coming up in the next couple of weeks, aren't we? In a series, no less. Which
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, I've never actually been to Chilliwack. I hear it's a great little city.
Well, actually, we're promoting an album coming out of Chilliwack right now called Artists in Isolation Volume 2. We've done Volume 1, Volume 2. Believe me, great bunch of people down there as well, including Sonny Rosa out of Rosewood Studios, who's donated all his time to be able to put this together and get it out to the world, if you know what I mean. Now, at the same time, Sonny is looking at doing a female artist album very, very shortly. We've just released a male one. Can I introduce him to you if you have a song that you haven't released yet, haven't really decided what you want to do with it? Maybe you could talk to Sonny Rosa and he'll put it on that album for you. What do you reckon?
I'm open to that. I'm working with some great producers right now, and I have a team that I'm really happy with. But I would love to have a conversation.
Awesome. I tell you what, I'll get Barbara to set it up for you. Believe me, you can't go wrong with Sonny Rosa. He's an absolute wonderful man in his own right. You'll love Marcy as well. Believe me, you will. You will absolutely get on with Marcy. She's a gem. She really is. And a machine when it comes to marketing and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, totally.
Believe me, you will absolutely love that. Horns. Tell me about horns.
Horns, that was my first big write. I wrote it with Scott Baggett. He is a gem of a guy from Nashville. And it was basically a song about me growing up. And I kind of never stayed between the lines. I was always a little bit of a rebel. I had so much fun writing the song. And I think a lot of people can relate, a lot of women can relate to me and just kind of the way they're raised. You know, nobody is perfect and you shouldn't want to be.
You know what? 1,301 requests since we've been playing it right here at Galaxy. Here, Shantelle live and horns. 1,301 requests since we've been playing it. So it's relating to our audience, you know what I mean?
That's amazing. That's wonderful.
We go up. Quicksand, you are getting a phenomenal amount of people requesting that. And of course, well, you're up around about 1,700 to be very honest. I'll get the stats when I get my headphones back on. But believe me, people have been requesting Quicksand like crazy. Now, we play you on a couple of different shows, if you know what I mean, including a Monday Night Artist show. And, well, we get quite a few requests through those shows that go through reception the next morning. It started off literally, the receptionist Sarah, she used to write it down on a pad and pass me that as a stat. Now it goes to a USB stick. And she goes, here, you bloody deal with it.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
So, but we love your music. We really, really do. And we would love it if you come back again and did some releases with us, if you know what I mean, so that we can put this to the world and get a consensus. Normally the way we do that is we play the music without introducing it, without giving any information out. Then we see what comes back. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's a good judgment of whether we want to do the interviews and stuff like that. So far, to be quite honest, we did that with Looking Up, and instantly in the first day we got about 300 plus returns on that. So people are listening. They want to know.
That is wonderful. I'm so glad. I feel like that song is a really uplifting song, especially right now.
By the way, do you see this song?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember Darth Vader?
Yes.
Yeah, like
Star Wars.
Got that lightsaber thing happening? That's Barbara on the other end of that. So you give me this.
Oh no, because you'll be filming
That's
yourself.
so
I'm going to
cool.
be filming myself. How did you do that?
Yeah, I'd love to get a selfie. Here they call it a selfie
Can't
stick.
wait.
Yeah, they call it a selfie stick here actually. Do you know the term, the very first person to term selfie was actually in Australia.
Really?
It really was. Is Tim on board here right now?
No, he's waiting to come
He's
and talk
waiting
to
to
you.
come
Yeah.
on. Okay, let's move on, because the next one, my dear, is Quicksand.
Okay.
He has to go. He is going.
Okay, we'll catch up with him soon. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is 8 after 12 o'clock and we're still going through this. Don't worry, hang in there, Gab. We'll get to you very, very shortly. But with Shantelle Davidson coming out of Fort McMurray and, of course, Alberta, Canada. Now, I absolutely love this because you're way up in the 1700s now. 1736 requests for Quicksand. Tell us what makes it so successful. Tell me all about the lyrics.
I think that song just, it really pulls on your heartstrings. I know that song I connected with right away. I went through a really low time, a really tough time in my life. I left a relationship that wasn't working out for me. And it's kind of like this pull and tug, you know, the heart and the mind. So this song just jumped out at me, and an amazing artist from Alberta, Ali, wrote this song with Mike Little, another amazing musician that I had the honor to work with. And this song just, I think the lyrics are so powerful because, you know, as human beings, we just sometimes don't know how to express these deep emotions that we're having. So I think it's really relatable.
You know, at 1736 people can relate to this. They really, really can. Here at Galaxy, Shantelle live, of course, Shantelle Davidson live with Quicksand. Yeah, I'll move on very quickly, okay?
Oh, he's gone to bed. He has to get up.
Okay, all right.
Another day, he said.
All right,
Don't
fair
worry.
enough.
But Tim's okay.
Tim said, okay, fair enough. Sorry, I got a guy over in Norway who is part of this band called Viking Queen, and he's the manager of the band, and I've got a meeting with him, but unfortunately it's 1 o'clock in the morning over there, and he's he's got his own brand of vodka as well, okay? So I think he's full and ready for bed now, you know. Say hi to Tones for us as well. But yeah, they, as I was saying, it was a band from Norway and a band from Canada that have collaborated a Christmas song, and we're going to be on the video that they're doing very, very shortly, and that's what he's trying to tee up is when
Interesting.
when
That's
we're available.
amazing.
Yeah, we got our fingers in everything. Now,
Yeah.
I'm a little reluctant to ask you this, but have you ever been signed?
No.
Would you
I
like?
actually really love my independent career.
Okay.
It's working really well. I mean, I'm not saying, you know, I wouldn't look at different contracts, but
Okay.
no, I'm pretty content with where I'm at.
Yeah, that's why I was a little reluctant, because I got that feel from you, right? But I've got a mate. I've got a friend of mine. I got a friend, my one friend. Yeah.
Your one friend.
Yeah, me and my one mate.
In the UK.
He's actually got a label, and he comes out of the UK, actually in Devon in England, and he does shows. Yeah, of course, he's got a radio station, does podcasts, but he does shows. He's been doing it now for 20 years. Big festivals in a castle of all places, and he would love to be able to promote your music. Would you mind if I had a chat to him about you? He would probably, because he's got connections all the way through the UK, all the way down through Germany, right down as far as India, and well, he wants to come to New Zealand, so he might be able to be the person that brings you to New Zealand, does a show here, couple of shows here, couple over in Australia, then back to England and back through Germany, all the way down Japan into India and places like that. You know what I mean? Including Canada, actually. Now it becomes a world tour. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, I don't know when we're going to be able to travel again.
Neither do I. Neither do I. But
Yeah.
at the same time, would you like to talk to this guy?
No, thank you. But thanks for asking.
Great. No worries. Believe me, it's a great idea. But still, you know, that's why I was reluctant to ask.
I appreciate it. I just, I don't want to put the cart before the horse.
Gotcha. Well, I tell you what, if in the future you feel like you would like to talk to my friend, just get in touch with Barbara. I'm sure we'll set something up for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So we're doing Looking Up next, which is the your new release. So let's do that.
Yes. I thank you for bringing me down memory lane, because those songs that you just played were in 2015, and now we fast forward 5 years later. It's it's pretty cool to go back and listen to those.
Nice, nice. So let's do this. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 13 after 12 o'clock, 16 degrees downtown. That's what the weatherman said it was going to be. Well, that's his prediction. He's winning now, but we won anyway. Thursday, September the 10th, and we're joined live by Shantelle Davidson coming out of Fort McMurray in Alberta, Canada. Absolutely fantastic place. It really, really is. And Shantelle, we're here for a purpose, and the purpose literally today is to release Looking Up to the World. And believe me, we've been playing this a number of times, haven't given too much information, but the audio audience that we have want to know more about it. So tell us all about Looking Up.
Well, Looking Up is just one of those empowering songs that everything's going to be okay. You know, there's tough times going on right now in the world and in everyday life, and we're all going through different things. But it's just a reminder to always see the light at the end of the tunnel and never lose your faith, never give up on positivity and other people, you know, because we lift each other up. So this song was written by my producer, Clayton Bellamy of the Road Hammers, and Dan Davidson, my co-producer. So this song is really special to me because you know, they just knew that this song was going to be one that I could really deliver to the world. So I'm just really honored that this song is mine and that people are relating to it.
Well, I got to be honest with you, I didn't know that Clayton Bellamy was a part of it. He's a good friend of mine here at Galaxy. He really, really is. I keep threatening to take his pants off him, by the way. If you've ever seen some of his videos, he's got American-style flag pants.
Really?
And he keeps threatening to send them to me. I keep threatening to take them from him, but they never seem to get here.
Oh, that's so cool that you and Clayton are friends. That's
we are, literally.
Yes,
and in fact, I might get Barbie to send you the ad he made for me. And believe me, it goes something like, I don't know how I found myself in your bedroom, but thank you for listening to Galaxy 107 FM.
Oh,
Believe me.
I can see that. Yes.
Yeah,
That's something Clayton would love to do.
I'll get Barbara to send it to you. Of course, that was promoting, of course, his congregation. What?
Yes. Oh, the congregation. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just, unfortunately, his computer's decided to play funny games again. Let me get rid of that. And first of all, right here at Galaxy, of course, we're talking live to Shantelle Davidson and Looking Up. Yeah, what it was I was actually talking to Clayton about a lady that I did an interview with in her bedroom. And he thought that was quirky. Well, unfortunately, you see, I've gone back and done about 3 interviews with her, always in her bedroom. And I feel very elated as a male to be invited into a lady's boudoir. But yeah, he thought it was rather quirky, so he decided to make an ad for me on it. And I'll get Barbara to send it to you. It's precious, priceless, it really is.
That's interesting.
Speaking of which, if you're ever next to a recordable 58 and you feel like doing some voiceovers, how would you like to say, hi, it's Shantelle Davidson from Fort McMurray in Alberta. You're listening to Galaxy 107 FM, something like that.
Yeah, I'd be open to that.
Nice, because the more time we can add it to our system here, and the more times people hear this, the more times they go and check out your music. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I've had some experience with voiceovers before.
Nice, because believe me, we want to be able to keep promoting you as much as possible, and you know, the more times people hear your music, it's all about the promotion, sweetie, and it's all about keeping your name going. Here at Galaxy it is.
Yes.
Tell you what, if you've got any spare CDs, maybe a couple of t-shirts or something like that, pass them our way. People actually see what I wear. Today I'm actually wearing a company shirt, which is weird for me. Normally I'm wearing an artist's brand or logo. But people do go and look, and before you know it, again, they go and find out who you are. They go and buy products off your website if you've got a merch store, stuff like that. It's all, again, about the promotions of the artist. So if you want to pass something through, and if you want to pass something through that's a giveaway for our audio audience, we would love to do a competition. Keep you rolling here at Galaxy. Will you consider that?
Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Nice.
I have to work on my merch, get some new t-shirts made and kind of update my design, my logo. And that's something that I've been thinking about doing during this. I'm not gigging as much, unfortunately. I really miss playing the live show. So
yeah, believe me, I know what that's like. I know what that's like, believe me. Let's go back. We'll wind this up, but don't go anywhere just yet. We're going to do a couple of little things after this. They're quite important, actually. We'll do a stinger and we'll put it on our website because that's where everybody goes. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I have a few more minutes.
Sweet. Hang in there.
Just come through it. You can take one, do it. Look it up. Keep on looking up. When you slide upside down, the world just won't spin around. Keep on looking up. Galaxy. 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 20 minutes after 12 o'clock, 16 degrees downtown. Weatherman says that. Anyway, Thursday, September the 10th, and we were joined live today by Shantelle Davidson coming out of Fort McMurray in Alberta, Canada, and what a pleasure it is to meet up with Shantelle. Now, Shantelle, will you come back again? Are you brave enough?
Come back to New Zealand or come back to the interview?
Come back and have another interview with us.
Yes, I will.
You're sadistic, aren't you?
Sorry?
You got a little sadism going on there, don't you?
What does that mean?
Look it up. Google it, kids. Google it.
Sadism?
Sadism, yeah, I think you're a little sadistic to want to come back, but God bless you. We would love to have you back anytime at all. You're a part of the Galaxy family now that you've done an interview with us, and anytime you feel like coming back for an interview, please get in touch with Barbara. We would be more than happy to release new music, catch up, shoot the breeze, whatever you want to do. We would love to be able to do that with you.
Thank you very much. This has been an awesome first experience with you guys and with, out of country. And this has been great.
Brilliant. Hang in there. We're going to do a couple of more small things before you go. But let's go way back to 1973 with New Zealand morning over 20 degrees. So believe me, I won in the weatherman bet. Of course, the weatherman being 16 degrees didn't stand a chance again today, Thursday, September the 10th. And, well, it is an absolute pleasure because joining us very, very shortly is Shantelle Davidson. Let me do this first.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and I've got to say thank you to everybody that's joining us Facebook Live this morning. Thank you again for tuning right on back. You don't forget, sub, thumb, bell, you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, do that when you see it on Facebook Live and or when you see it on YouTube. Believe me, you're going to love this. We're joined live coming out of Alberta this morning. Well, actually, it's... just got to ask that one, actually, Rainy River. Somebody had a very, very interesting way of naming a town. It's Shantelle Davidson, but first of all, here is Bad Habit. You know the song, you've been asking for it. Did your town planners where you were born have bad taste like ours did?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Rainy River. That's a hell of a name for a town, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a small little town. It does rain quite a bit there. I guess that's why they named it Rainy River.
Yeah, it had to be something like that. You know, an original thought. I mean, here in New Zealand, we're made up of 3 islands. One right down the very bottom, which is called Stewart, and then whoever else named us after that forgot how to name things because the next one was south and the one after that was north. I mean, Stewart got a name.
Yeah.
Oh, dear, dear. But yet again, I mean, people... I'm into renaming things. I've got to be honest with you, Shantelle. I love to rename things. I mean, if you have a look at the moment,
Yes, great.
scientists are finding new Goldilocks-type planets out in the universe, right? And, well, as humans, we have the right to name these, right? But they also have, you know, some with moons and stuff like that. And, of course, the moons get a name as well. But our moon is called Moon. I want to call it something else.
Yeah, what would you call it?
Celestial Body Brian.
Okay.
Yeah, it looked good on a check as well.
Who uses those now? They're
Who
all
uses
big.
check? I don't know, but you know, hey, I still think it would look good on a check.
Okay, yeah.
So we're going to go live right after this, and I was told minutes ago that we were actually in 62 countries, 94 cities around the world this morning.
Wow.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Yeah, that's great.
I'll wait until you find out how many's online.
And that's where everyone's living these days, you know?
Yeah, it is. It is. And we have, on average, about 5 million per hour. And it's not a bad listenership. We have quite a good rating, to be very honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm just so honored to be on the show. Thank you.
Oh, look, we love your music. We really, really do. And,
And thank you to Alberta.
yeah. Thank you to Alberta Kelly as well, because we'll have to do a shout-out.
Yeah, we will.
Yep, we will. Okay, so let's go live, and you're welcome to give me a bit of stick if you feel like it. It's going to be like no other interview you've ever done before.
Yeah, sorry, I can't hear very well. I don't know if it's my connection or yours.
Okay, well, I'll try and speak up a little bit, but I don't want to shout at you. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not used to the New Zealand accents either.
It's okay.
We
That's
have
all
an
right.
accent.
That's okay.
We
We have an
have
accent? We have
I'm just, this is my first out of country interview.
Okay, well, hang in there.
Talk a bit slower then.
It is 12 after 11 o'clock, 15 degrees downtown. It's dropping dramatically, to be very honest with you. I don't know what's up. It's only, well, you know, 12 minutes after 11, not even lunchtime yet. Thursday, September the 10th, and I'm absolutely elated to be joined by Shantelle Davidson, coming out of Fort Murray, Alberta, Canada. Now, Shantelle was born, would you believe, in a place called Rainy River. Maybe been a bit moist there. Maybe. You never know. That's why they called the town Rainy River. Northern Ontario, of course, bordering on Minnesota. Now, Shantelle, absolutely a pleasure to have you with us. I hope you can deal with the accent.
Yes, I'm so happy to be here. I can totally deal with the accent. I'm not very familiar with, but I'm a huge fan of the accent. So just bear with me, and I can hear you good now.
Nice, nice. I'm so pleased of that. Believe me, a very, very talented young lady. And I've got to thank everybody that's joining us live on Facebook right now. Don't forget, when it goes to YouTube, yes, sub, thumb, bell, you know what I'm talking about, right? You do. And Shantelle, we kicked off the show with Bad Habits. Now, we're finding that we're getting quite a following for this particular track. Tell me something about it.
Well, this song is so important to me because I met my husband and I was instantly hooked on him. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. You know, when you fall in love, there's this nostalgia, and you know, you kind of feel like it's kind of too good to be true. But sometimes too much of a good thing is a bad thing. But this song just talks about how it's a good thing, and I definitely think that love, or you know, falling in love, is definitely a bad habit that you want to have, rather than smoking or something, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, meat chocolate.
Yeah, I agree. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, chocolate. Yeah, I mean that to me is not a bad habit. If it is, I'm not going to break that.
No, 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 not at all. But believe me, you know, at my age, oh my goodness. Well, you know, I absolutely endorse bad habits. I got to be honest with you. I like bad habits. It brings out the more interesting side of a personality, I think.
Absolutely, yes. And just kind of, you know, comparing love to having a high, you know, on something. But I definitely think that love is the highest of the high that you can ever have. So that song just really jumped out at me. It was written by Patricia Conroy and Andrea Pearson. They're two amazing writers in Nashville, and I had the pleasure of writing with Patricia Conroy in 2017. We wrote a song called California Don't Care, but she wrote Bad Habit, and I just knew that I wanted that on my first record.
Well, I absolutely love it. I really, really do. Now, having said that, now we've got to say, 64 countries, got it. 62 countries, 94 cities around the world right now joining us live for Shantelle Davidson. Now, at the same time, got to give a big shout out to First Break Entertainment, Alberta Kelly. She introduced us. She really, really did. Now, I've got to ask this because, believe me, it's something that's, as soon as I saw the name, I just wondered, are you any relation to Dan Davidson?
To Dan Davidson? Unfortunately, no. He's a friend of mine, and he's actually producing my next record. But we are not related. I wonder if we are down the line, but we are not close cousins as far as I know.
Okay, well, congratulations for getting him on board. Talented man in his own right. But do me a favour, give him a poke in the eye for me, won't you?
Oh, sure will. Okay.
Love that. Absolutely love that. And of course, we love Dan. He is a member of the Galaxy family at the same time. So, yeah, that's why I was kind of wondering, because believe me, I did an interview with a guy not so long ago, and he goes, "Oh, yeah, but you're familiar with my sister Sarah." I went, "Oh, am I?" He goes, "Oh, yeah, believe me, they're in another band on the other side of Canada, but yeah, you are familiar." And, well, what do you know? I was actually interviewing them again just a few days later, actually. So,
oh, cool. Small world.
I had no idea. Yeah, you see, I work on band names, and then I get to know the people, and this guy was brand new to me. And, of course, we're talking about the Cove and the Current, aren't we? And of course, you know, he goes, "Oh, yeah, you know, him and Bobby and Sarah." And I went, now I know who you're talking about. You know what I mean? So it is a small world. So sometimes we do run into brothers and sisters. And when I saw Davidson, I thought, you know, there might be a chance. I've got to ask. So thank you for answering that. Now, I know that you're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. This is a fan question. Does a fan get hold of you there, and will you respond?
On YouTube?
On either Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube.
Instagram. I am a huge Instagram fan. I'm not active on Twitter. I can't really do all of the socials. It's just not really my thing. I'm more old school. I like to write letters and send them in the mail. I kind of miss having a pen pal. I kind of like to do that again, actually.
Well, that's interesting. That really is interesting, actually.
Oh,
before you know it, you're going to get somebody from Bangladesh getting in touch with you saying, "I'll write to you anytime." You really will. But if you're on any of those, and believe me, if you do respond, I'm so pleased you didn't say that you responded, because believe me, I don't. I got to be honest with you, I don't.
You don't respond?
Well, no, because you see, you would have got another 5,000 Facebook fans, and well, it's going to take all day. You know what I mean?
Yes,
You know,
that's true.
So, but unfortunately, in my job, I don't actually get the time or the luxury
dear,
to
see you
spend
after this.
texting people and getting to know them. You know what I mean? So,
Oh, totally. And I mean, I definitely will respond when I can, for sure.
nice, nice. I see Kelly's wandering around there having a bit of fun.
Yes, she is wondering what the heck I'm doing.
She kind of is. Come on, Mum, what are you doing? It's me. It's all about me. Now,
Exactly.
it's a surreal time right now with this COVID-19 thing going on. How is it where you are right now?
You know what? It's okay. It's not great, but there isn't a very fast climb or amount of spread in our area. So very grateful for that. It's kind of there's been more cases now that school is happening, because all the kids went back to school, and there's a few cases, and they're spreading, unfortunately. But I'm just trying to look on the bright side of things and just hoping that this is all over soon.
I kind of get that, I really do, and I hear a lot of that from the artists that I talk to on a daily basis. They're all saying the one thing, you know, we're not getting any work right now. Everything's all sort of closed right down, so therefore we're doing a lot of writing, we're doing a lot of recording, we're doing a lot of, but we're not doing a lot of on-stage stuff. So I understand that, and it really does bite as far as that goes. I've got to be honest with you. Barbara, for instance, she has a company that brings artists into the country. Right now, the only people getting in the country, of course, are Kiwis. You know what I mean?
Yes, totally.
That's about it. So, unfortunately, that kind of business is stopped right now. Looking for it to start again. But having said that, it is a very, very... I hope that's a mason jar you're drinking out of.
Yes.
Okay. Is it the proper stuff?
Oh, it's just water. It's not after 5 o'clock here yet.
Hey, it's after 5
somewhere
o'clock
in the
somewhere.
Actually, it is now.
Yes.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Time to swap that out. Let me play a song.
It's 5:21.
I forgot what time it was. I usually be drinking some wine or beer right now.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to give you a break, and you can go away and do that and come back and join me. But first of all, I want you to tell me a little bit about Faster Now.
Oh, well, this is another song about love, and this song just kind of reminds me of being in my truck and rolling down the windows, and maybe opening the convertible if you have that luxury in your truck, but I don't. Anyways, this song is super high energy and fun, and just kind of explaining that rush. You know, when you're in a relationship and you kind of like want to keep moving forward and just kind of see what the future holds for the two of you. So just kind of that excitement, just kind of like, yeah, let's keep this going. Let's move this train.
Absolutely love it. I really, really do. Here, live at Galaxy107fm, Shantelle, Davidson, and Faster Now. So if you feel like going to get something stronger, I don't blame you.
Thank you. I usually have some dinner first, so I'm good. I'm good right now, but yeah, maybe I'll go and take a little break and get her settled.
Yeah, there could be a good idea. You've got about 3 minutes.
3 minutes? Okay. Go
Good
turn on
morning,
another
dear.
cartoon show.
Gotta say good morning to Gia.
You want one of those?
Good morning, Gear. I'm looking forward to catching up with you very, very shortly, brother man. I really, really am, because your package has arrived, and I'm so grateful for you to send that to me. Believe me, bro. And at the same time, we're going to hook in with Tim as well. You know, he's going to be joining us as well, because he's got to... You guys got to do things together, don't you? Seriously, you really do. Including, we want to talk about the Christmas song and everything like that as well. So glad to have you along. Say hi to Tony for me too, won't you? Love her.
She'll be there.
Yeah, love her. And thank you for staying up late, my bro.
Yeah.
But for everybody else that's joining us.
He's a rocker, so they stay up.
Of course he's a rocker.
Yeah.
And Robert and
Yeah.
the whole crew, including Lady E.
Yeah. Well, she might be perhaps in bed.
Well,
with the
she's a
child.
tattooist, isn't she, as well?
She's
Yeah.
got a real job.
She's got a job.
Me.
Gosh!
So mean you are.
I am not mean.
Yeah, we're
No
just joking,
way.
but we're waiting for the artist to come back.
We are.
Should be very soon.
A minute 30.
All right. I had to
Hey!
get my specs too.
Oh, look at that. You look as sexy as I do now.
Thank you.
It's not it's a hard life being this sexy, I tell you. I was talking to a young man coming out of British Columbia earlier on, and I said to him, you know, bro, I got the perfect face for radio.
He enjoyed himself.
He did enjoy
Yes.
himself.
Well, you can tell you've been doing this for a long time.
I've done it once or twice now, yes.
And I'll bet you're
In
doing
fact,
lots more.
I'm a qualified sound engineer as well. I work in recording studios and stuff like that. Some of the most prestigious in the country, have toured around the world with some of the biggest bands in the world. And, well, I'm still lucky to be on air as a radio announcer as well.
That's amazing.
It's fun. It is. And
It's a cool journey. Very cool.
it is a cool journey. It really is. But let's go back to the
Yeah,
desk.
come on, chop chop.
Let's go faster now.
Galaxy.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 26 after 11 o'clock. It is 15 degrees downtown. Temperature's dropping, which is rather worrying. It's been up over 20 this morning so far anyway. So interesting to find out why that is happening. I'll be very honest with you. Thursday, September the 10th, you know, I am absolutely elated because I'm joined by Shantelle Davidson coming out of Fort McMurray in Alberta, Canada, and believe me, great place. I know Alberta very, very well. In fact, I've been there a couple of times. I actually, the last time I was in Canada was there for the Winter Olympics, not so, you know, about a decade ago. Yeah, that was a lot of fun actually, it really, really was. I was with the Special Olympic team.
Amazing.
And dropped away and had a look around Alberta as well and places like that. Now, Minnesota, great area of Minnesota, absolutely picturesque. It's got a whole feel of its own, doesn't it?
Yes, I love Minnesota.
Now, at the same time, you're not too far away from America. You dipped over the border a couple of times and you actually went to the American Musical and Dramatic Academy and graduated there in 2008. Tell me a little bit about that. What was it like?
Oh, it was amazing to go to school in Hollywood, and I'm a small town country girl. I moved out west when I was 18, so Fort McMurray was the biggest leap for me, kind of to go from a small town to a bigger city, and then to go from Fort McMurray to Hollywood, California was like, wow, this is amazing. I didn't even feel like it was my real life. I felt like I was living a dream, which I was, and looking back, those were the best 2 years of my life.
I love that. I really, really do. But then you have disappeared again. I tell you what, let me do this, and I'll get right back to you, Shantelle. I think we're having a technical issue, and stay right where you are. But in the meantime,
I'll finish this and it'll
I'll
be
bring
part
up
two.
something.
Part two soon.